Donald and Dennis. How's it going?
It's great.
Good.
It's going very well.
Dublin, Ireland.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Haven't experienced it before, but it's a great city.
Yep.
What do y'all think of the event so far?
It's been very exciting so far this morning. I mean, one of the most important things with the IoT industry is going to be partnership and collaboration. And it's in evidence in all of the rooms that exist here in the convention centre in Dublin. And also in the corridors, people are interacting, swapping business cards. And I think the guys in Inform have done a great job at organising this event. And so I'm really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, me too. It was interesting. I think what we're seeing is a lot of common themes. A lot of the things that we're working on, you know, the architecture of data, how do you transmit, secure, store, monetize, create new services for enterprise clients particularly. The whole room is wrestling with those questions, and we as a company are, you know, leading, I guess, in those domains. So that's kind of interesting. And we also know that this is a world that you can't do completely by yourself. You're going to have some partners. And so I think there's some real interesting partnership opportunities that I can see listening to some of the people that we're hearing today.
Yeah, I agree completely. It's interesting to hear that, like you said, that everyone kind of, regardless of industry, is facing the same challenges and has the same type of opportunities. We're just right on the cusp of something really big.
Yes. Yeah, and for us, you know, certainly coming from legacy Tyco, connected now in Johnson Controls, I think, you know, there's a world of opportunities there, and that's the really exciting thing. And we're seeing so many different companies that have similar issues to solve. But if you can solve them and really change the way people are able to manage, secure, sustain their buildings and do it in an environmentally friendly way, there's just a big demand out there for it. And now we're able to put that coherent picture together, and I think that's really what excites me and what I'm hearing. There's going to be growing demand because I think people are starting to move over from this being aspirational to them being able to see actually real systems are out there and we can harness this stuff.
Right, I completely agree. It's exciting times.
Yeah. And one of the things I would add on the technology side is when you look at the two companies coming together, you've got the energy and the HVAC solutions from Johnson Controls with Tyco with the fire security businesses. Having such a broad offering in the smart building space is fantastic from a physical sensor install base, which is the things in the IoT. And now what we're looking to do is how do we use things like data analytics to actually not only give insight back to customers, because it doesn't really save it doesn't save dollars insight. You need to impact. It needs to actually result in either an improvement to either people's lives, making them feel more safe and comfortable, or is it on the process side? Is it making a process more efficient, which results in benefits for both the company and the people who are in the buildings themselves.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting. I was thinking about this earlier when preparing for this talk today. When you think about smart buildings, you can't have a smart building that isn't a safe building.
Correct.
And you can have a safe building, but if it's not efficient, then you're missing an opportunity. So there's a huge power in that, from the HVAC and automation piece, and then the security and and the fire piece coming together.
And that's exactly what we're seeing within clients that we have, is they want this one-stop shop, effectively. They don't want to have multiple owners of the supply chain coming into their building. Because if you want the most comfortable conditions, the most sustainable conditions, the lowest operating cost over time, you really want one provider that can bring all that universe together, integrated, and give you the key information that allows you to make management decisions early in the cycle that are actually impactful. And that's been the challenge for all these disparate suppliers up to now. But in the new Johnson Controls, having that whole universe under one umbrella and an ability to do the level of integrations that you have to do with third-party providers means that you've got a one-stop total solution to bring. It's a really powerful place to be.
Absolutely. And you know, something else that I think is really cool about that, it seems like Johnson Controls and Tyco have been running down very parallel paths in our space. So we don't have, so there's no catch up on either side. I think that we've both kind of been on this journey as early adopters and kind of early in with our clients. And so now it's the bringing that together and making that, usable for both.
Absolutely. And even when I was watching your talk a while ago, Katrina, I actually saw some of that in evidence. When we were looking at how we do on-prem versus off-prem in relation to data, I know there was a question from the audience. You mentioned the answer you gave to that question was something that I would have essentially within a Tyco space would have been the same answer. And I was like, we're really in sync in relation to what's our messaging and what's our offering from an on-prem versus an off-prem.
Yeah.
So it seems to me like the more I learn about Tyco and the legacy Tyco business and what I know about Johnson Controls business, that we really both put customers first, and so that's really driven our innovation and driven our products in the way that we've kind of moved in the space, and I think that's huge.
And another thing that's going to be very important as well is when you join a company, you want to learn, right? And when I joined Tyco, I got to learn from leaders like Donal and various other people across the organisation. And now what we have is a new series of leaders and technologies and customer challenges that we can actually help solve and understand what are the innovation models that exist in both companies. How do we get them together to actually drive further value into our customer chain?
Yeah. No, it's such an exciting future because you look at the big trends globally of urbanization and population growth. You've got to have smarter, more efficient, more comfortable, more sustainable buildings and cities. It's an inevitable track that we're all on. And so for us now as a combined company to be leader in building energy, building management systems, safety and security, fire systems, there's just a world of opportunity, and bigger enterprises want global solutions. They don't want systems that are different in different parts of the world. They want to be able to operate the same way around the world. And that's why now us in the space that we're in as a leader in each of those domains, we're an ideal partner. And that's what I'm hearing coming from the different speakers that I've listened to today, is that's what they need: somebody with global scale, somebody with all the technologies that can connect that world together. That's truly when IoT starts to deliver.